Despite wearing this fancy schmancy new Oilers jersey that I got for Christmas, which is, yeah, not customized yet. It's probably going to be a dry saddle. Let's keep going with this Habs franchise. I am not willing to give up on the Habs franchise just yet. Not quite yet. We need to win with Carey Price, gosh darn dang. And this is the team that will hopefully do it. If this team can't win, nobody can. We ended up essentially trading out JT Miller for Brady Tkachuk because the Sens traded him to New Jersey and then the Devils wanted to trade him. We have Connor Bedard. We have Nathan McKinnon. Paling, Suzuki, and Dellandrea, who hasn't played in 2 seasons because Dallas wouldn't use him. He has not played since 2023. He was a healthy scratch the whole time. Great game. Great game. Luke Tuck, Wyatt Johnston, Brendan Gallagher down to a third liner. Mizak, Dylan Andrews, and Nathan Very French. This team should be awesome. Will they be? I don't know. The defense, Romanov and John Carlson's going to stay for the moment. Simon Forsmark is with Voldemort, he who shall not be named. And Caden Gooley will be with Tristan Luneau, who has made the team. Goalies, yeah, we ended up signing Igor Shesterkin, which is hilarious. And Carey, unfortunately, is down to a 78. Again, he went from an 83 to like an 89 to an 82 to like an 87, and now he's a 78. It's been really weird. Nighthawk, hello. Strom and Wheeler Perron's the scratch. Like, this team should be good. The AHL team won the Calder Cup last year. They should not really have too much of an issue winning again. The forward core is stacked. The defense is fantastic. Len Edwards, who was our first-round pick this year, will be on that defense. Goalies, Ty Brennan, Braden Holt. Not Holt B, just Holt. We should be good. This team is great, and I'm hoping for the best. Loving what's happening. What do we got going on here? Just more heartbreak, as always. All the heartbreak. Nothing but heartbreak. Because we're the Habs. That's what happens. All right, coaching staff, all that I think is good. We're good to go. The big question is whether or not we want to look around elsewhere in terms of, God, what the other teams look like, because I genuinely don't know if we can mentally handle seeing other great players scratched for no reason because the AI logic is broken. We will sim all the way to our first game of the season. Almost every team except for us, Calgary, San Jose, and Colorado have seemingly played at least one game so far this season. Let's quickly take a look. Anaheim is Yzerman, Zegers, Perreault, McTavish, Crosby, Guru. So Crosby on his California retirement tour. Comtois, Terry, Height, Lundstrom, Hughes, Milano. Got Chikrin, Drysdale, Fowler, Tanev, Lacombe, Seamus, Casey. Goalies, Dostal and Gibby. Got Janiak Anderson. So Henry Thrun is a scratch. I mean, I believe they just signed Chikrin. There's probably a better way for them to handle that. I mean, it's not the most egregious example of the world, but someone you don't want to scratch. The Coyotes are DeBrincat, Schmaltz, Genther, Weller, Eugenic, Lambert, Duchesne, Henry, Hayton, Maselli, Hayes, Sherry. Defense, Ghost Bear, Timmins, Forsling, Solovyov, Kalachnik, Salmonson, Razak, Koskinen in goal. Soderstrom's a scratch, which isn't brutal. Moser's also a scratch. He just scored his first NHL goal. I'm surprised Kalachnik's in there over Soderstrom, but Soderstrom is a righty, and that right-hand side is pretty stacked, so it's a bit tough. Not brutal, though. I can at least understand it. Marchand, Malkin, Pasternak, Hall, Stevenson, Lassell, Beecher, Frederick, Vetrano, Rossovich, Strome, Stud. We get to our first example of what the hell are the AI doing. Just swap Strome and Frederick. It doesn't make sense. Frederick is a fourth liner. Strome is a second liner. I mean, shit. Like, I don't really care what the line chemistry is. I mean, yeah, I didn't even notice that Rossovich and Stud are fourth liners, so that's... Or our 85's on the fourth line. Boston's that first team where it's like, okay, what the hell what the hell is going on there. Riley McAvoy, Clifton Carlo, Vakanainen and Jirasek. Swayman Jari in goal. And they have Mikhail Granlund as a healthy scratch. Gotta make sure Frankie Vetrano, back in Boston, Frank the Tank. Gotta make sure he's in the lineup. So yeah, Boston's the first really kind of fucked up team. Buffalo is Zach Benson, Alexei Akopov, Isaac Rosen, Esh Krebs, Grand Pierre, Peterka, Cousins and Tuck, Genja Picard. Poor Clayton Keller. It doesn't matter what team he's on. Arizona, Buffalo, he just sits there all the time. I get wanting the 3rd overall pick to be in a good spot, but goddamn, like, you've wasted JJ for the most part. Frickin' put him on the right. He's a natural right winger. How the hell's Mike Riley at 91? Because morale is on. Owen Power, Yoki Haru, Heinola, Johnson, Clegg, Samuelson. The defense isn't bad. Do they have any brutal scratches, though? Lukanen, Ustamenko. All right, so they have Jack Campbell. He's hurt. They have Jeff Skinner scratched. Still has 2 years left. Matheson scratched. But so is Jack Quinn. Why bring in Clayton Keller? Or, better yet, send down JJP and Gettinger or one of them and have Jack Quinn in the lineup. Like, it's just... Oh, the AI is just too dumb for their own good. Kakanemi, Aho, Jarvis, Lee, Reese, Box, Svechnikov, Trenton, Silverberg, Valeno, Suzuki, Natchez. Why not swap Natchez and Silverberg? Swap Suzuki and Trenton. Like, if it's line chemistry, it doesn't matter. Like, they should prioritize OVR over line chemistry. Every time. Slavin Pesci, Forbert D'Angelo, McDonald Honka. Goalies Anderson and Hakaniemi. Okay, I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out. I can't do this again. I just can't. Kapanen and DeBrusk are both scratched. Why not scratch Silverberg? Why bring in Joe Veleno? And we know they brought in Joe Veleno. Yeah, we know they brought in Joe Veleno because he was with us last year. It's just brutal. Like, it's just brutal. And I could have sworn they said at some point they had made improvements to the AI logic, but... Like, you have these two guys on great contracts. Dirt cheap. And, yeah. Like, or package them with Jacob McDonald and get a better left defenseman. Like, just... Ugh. Columbus, who do you have scratched? Nelson, Mora, Voracek. Honestly, I'm not going to run through every name. I mean, I'll at least run through the roster, but the only thing I'm really going to call out now are the scratches. Just to see if anything's brutal. So this way, I mean, hey, if someone wants to go back in the VOD or something like that, or once it's up on YouTube, they can just pause. But yeah, right now, I need to know, what are the brutal examples of AI scratches? And Boston, and who was that? Columbus? Boston, Columbus, Carolina, all kind of questionable at this point. Aside from that, there's no other egregious examples so far, which is promising. Let's see if it stays that way. I mean, Ryan Donato being a healthy scratch at an 82 is not brutal. I mean, they do have Alex Killorn and Oscar Steen in there, but it's not brutal. Oh, Detroit's... Man, Sider's up to a 91. Sagan on the fourth line. I mean, at this point, I'm almost just happy as long as Tyler Sagan's on the fourth line. Oh, God. McIsaac and Albert Johansson, both... Oh, trade them! Like, just trade them! You brought in Provorov, you brought in Schmidt. Trade them! You could use another good forward. You could. I mean, for the third line at least. Or trade them for picks. God damn. I can't sit here and look at every team. It's brutal, and we know it's brutal. Hyman's hurt. Philip Braberg is a scratch. Again, trade him. Did you ever think that you could do that? You could trade him right now. You could do it. It could happen. Kasha Middleton here. You know what? Fuck it. Alright, I've seen enough. Anderson, Dolan, and Kapari are both scratched. Trade them. For the love of God. Alright, so, yeah. Nothing's changed. The AI are still quite dumb. Let's see what happens this season. Damn it. I mean, our goal was for Carey Price to win a Stanley Cup as a member of the Montreal Canadiens. We got close. Not close enough. And we're not exactly off to a flying start this season. And Tristan Leno ends up with a knee injury. He'll be out for the rest of October. I do have Anton Strawman, who can just naturally fit. It's not a great fit, but the veteran can make it work. Svechkovsky, ankle sprain for him. Beat Calgary. We will keep Shesterkin in. No, we won't. We'll play Shesterkin against the Rangers. Not a great start from Igor. Let's get Carey in there. Let's get Holtz in there for Laval. So Price against Toronto wins it 8-5. Ritz, hello and good morning. How are we, buddy? Let's get Shesterkin in there against the New York Rangers. His return to MSG. And he loses in a shootout. So, I mean, only, what, 6 games in at this point. The overtime loss, that's right. We should be okay. Rit, we're hanging in there. We keep putting together good teams. Whether or not they want to actually win, well, that's not up to us now, is it? It's not. As Mr. Larsenist says hello. Happy New Year, buddy. How'd the stream go? Been killing it lately. Proud of you. Proud of you. And shout out to anybody that's coming over who won't hang around because it's franchise and I'm not a hut lord. It's okay, though. Happy New Year to you as well. Let's get Carey in here. Yeah, man, how'd the stream go? Let's get Carey in against Tampa. See what we can do. He loses. Oh, God, he gives up 6 goals. Technically 5, but gives up 6 goals. That's brutal. God help us all. That's right, I went to edit lines to get Tristan Luno back in over Strawman, but... Ugh. Alright, let's march on. Let's march on. Not a great start to the season. The overtime losses help. We got a ways to go, though. Nice 3-0 shutout. Max looking pretty good. Brits, hello. So between NHL and next gen and current gen. God. I mean, one of the big changes would be the graphics. Larseness with the gifted sub continuation. Thank you, sir. God, the biggest differences. I mean, you got to figure roster sharing's on both sides. X factors are on both sides. Right now, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, the biggest change is probably the graphics. At least for now. At least for now. Oh, let's see what happens against Pittsburgh. Nice little 4-0 win. Shesterkin has a couple of shutouts so far this year. Does he not? He has 4 shutouts in a... Oh my God. The biggest difference too, I should say, it's not game specific, but yes, load times on a Series S or X are ridiculously fast compared to even a PS4 or an Xbox One. Yeah. No, load times are the biggest thing, but that's not like an EA NHL thing. That's just a general thing. I highly recommend. Good luck getting your hands on one, but a PS5 or a Series X, it's delightful. So Igor's crushing it. Carey's not, but Carey will still play in this next game. He will indeed. McKinnon could be risking injury by playing Mac against Boston. Famous last words. We lose 4-3. Yeah, Carey's definitely not our starter anymore. I mean, he only has 3 games, but Carey, his goals against average is almost a 5 in 3 appearances. Our last chance. Now, we've run into Tampa numerous times in the playoffs here. Again, the last 3 times, including the 2021 Cup final that the Habs have made the playoffs here, we have lost. Which is brutal. We lose there. What are we doing with Mayu? He's still on the team. He is the, that heavy-ass piece of luggage that we're going to keep dragging forward. So. God, Carey has been abysmal. Ottawa's next. I have no idea what the hell I just clicked on, but that's okay. Let's see. Ottawa, 4-2 loss. All right, we've won 4 of our last 10. Carolina, back-to-back losses, and Carey will play against Vegas. Trade Carey. There's... Yeah, no, 78 overall, making 10 million bucks. Yeah, we'll be able to trade him, no problem. Any chance I had of trading Price was before, and we weren't going to do it. He stays. He stays, as he does beat Vegas. We are second to last in this division. Not great. We'll take a look at the team in a moment. We are only 18 games in, so we do have a lot of games at hand compared to the likes of the Bruins and the Florida Panthers. In terms of point percentage, though, yeah, we're in 6th instead of 8th. It's still not great. That is still not great. Let's go look at our team. See what's happening. See if there are any clear adjustments to make. So Brady Tkachuk has 16 points in 18 games, but 1 goal. Shooting 3.2%. Piney, I did indeed see it. It was awesome. Connor Bedard, 13 points in 18 games. And then Mac, of course, has the 21 and 18. So literally all Brady Tkachuk does is goes and stands in front of net and gets rebounds. Paling, 13 points in 18 games, not bad at all. Suzuki with 15 and 18. And Dellandrea, not bad for a guy who hasn't played in 2 years, has 12 points in 18 games with 9 goals. Okay. Luke Tuck, probably done. 2 points in 18 games. Johnston has 7 and 12 for Gallagher. Yeah, Luke Tuck, I hate to say it, I don't think he's going to make it. Jan Mizak, 8 points in 18. 8 points for Dylan Andrews, 9 points for Legare. So yeah, Luke Tuck is really just kind of the weak link here. We'll can either outright swap him with Mizak or call somebody else up. 3 points for Romanov, playing almost 24 minutes a night. I know that's cut off. 16 points for John Carlson, not bad at all. Forcemark with 5. Mayu has a goal. 5 points for Caden Gooley, 2 points for Tristan Leno. And then goalie-wise, Shesterkin's still been great. A 929 in 15 games. And then there's Carey Price. And then there's Carey Price. Ugh. Who could we call up instead of using Luke Tuck? So, let's see what we got. See what we got. Oh my god, it is... Our forward core is a land of 1,000 centers, by the way. We actually don't have a natural left wing to replace Luke Tuck. No, I didn't just click centers. I actually don't have any left wings. Aside from the scratched David Perron. That's a problem. That's a big problem. I really like Mizak on that 4th line. I'm going to take out Luke Tuck for David Perron. Was Tuck affected by waivers? Yes. We'll leave him as a healthy scratch. Yeah, what's his name? Barron we can't call up either. You are correct. Alright, let's start getting Braden Holt some games here. I always forget to change over those particular goalies. So David Perron, we'll see what you can do on the 3rd line. We picked you up as a piece of a trade. We will march forward here. Tampa, we lose 2-0. Dead last in our division. We beat Chicago. What about Detroit? William Trudeau injured for Laval. We win 6-5. Still dead last in our division, though. Damn. Vegas. We win 5-1. Not bad. How's Perron doing? 2 points in 4 games. Maybe we just have Luke Tuck as a healthy scratch. Carey Price, come on down. You get to play the Seattle Kraken. and he wins 5-2. Not bad for Carey. Don't know what his save percentage is, though, at this point. 882. Has 3 wins and 6 appearances, though. It's still way too early standings-wise to know exactly what's going to happen here. William Trudeau is healthy. We'll just go best lines in the AHL. Why not? We'll leave Holt in. I still want him to play a little bit more. Laval's goaltending has been slacking, though. We beat San Jose. We absolutely destroy Vancouver 9-1. We beat Washington as well. And we'll play Shesterkin against a really good Bruins team, and we lose 4-2. Not bad, though. Carey, come on down. You get the second night of the back-to-back against Buffalo, where we lose. Not great. Let's get Brennan back in. Actually, we'll go best lines in the AHL again. Yeah, Brennan shot up to an 80. It's going to be our backup sooner rather than later. The New York Rangers, we lose 3-2. St. Louis. This team is proving to be a little bit more streaky, and that's a scary thing. Because this team shouldn't be streaky. We should be competing with the Bruins for the top of the division. We do beat the Devils. Carey will get the last game of the month and last game of the year against Buffalo, and he wins that. So 17-13-2. Not great. Not that far off of a playoff spot, because we do have a lot of games at hand. Point percentage, we actually do stay in 5th in the division. Okay. It's not a brutal situation yet. I will look at the end of the next month as to what's going on elsewhere, but right now I'm pretty focused on us. Brady Tkachuk scored 3 goals in the past month to 28 points in 32 games. Can't complain about that at all. Connor Bedard, 22 points in 32. Man, he's a 94 overall, but that is just not good enough. Like, you look at his offensive categories. How is he not over a point per game? It's crazy. And then Nathan McKinnon has been fantastic. Has 36 and 32. Looking great compared to what he did last year. Ryan Poehling, 23 and 32 is not too bad. 27 points for Nick Suzuki, and Dellandrea, again, not bad, 22 and 32. 15 goals already for Dellandrea. David Perron has 6 points in 14 games, so no excuse now for Luke Tuck. 13 points for Johnston, 20 points for Brendan Gallagher. Fourth line, Mizak with 10, 14 points for Dylan Andrews. Man, that fourth line's awesome. I don't see an issue with this team right now, really. Romanoff, 8 points, 28 for Carlson. Forsmark with 9, 4 for Mayu, 2 apiece. Honestly, this team is... I don't understand. I don't understand how our record is what it is. Our record should be incredible. And it's not. I don't quite understand. But again, we do still have time to turn it around. We'll get Braden Holt some games. Warrior, I gotta be honest. I'm not disinterested with what's going on with Liverpool, but I've also mentally resigned to the fact that Man City's gonna win the Premier League this year. So, yeah, it's kind of where I'm at. Carey, unhappy with his recent performance, yet he beat Ottawa. Go figure. We do beat Tampa. Riley Kidney is injured in Laval. We lose to Pittsburgh. Please tell me we don't lose to Arizona. Thank you. Granted, Arizona's much, much better, as we saw with the team. David Perron, elbow injury, so Luke Tuck will get another opportunity. Go best lines in Laval. McKinnon's still crushing it. And now our record. If we can beat Boston here, that would be a big, big help. We can't. All right, so Boston, unfortunately, really are the kings of this division. Let's go best lines to get Braden Holt a little bit more time. Carey, can you beat Columbus? Yes. Carey, can you beat Chicago? Yes. Carey, can you beat the New York Rangers? No. No, we can't. All right. Carey goes down to injury. Funny enough, we'll call up Brian Elliott. He is the backup. So, I mean, good thing is, it said fractured collarbone, but he's not out for long. So that's nice, but pretty rough injury there for Price. We lost that game 5-3. And David Perron is healthy. Luke Tuck, 2 points in 23 games. We call that a Nick Ritchie. The New York Islanders, we win 4-1. We have Dallas next. We win 4-1. Shesterkin's a cheat code, man. Beat the Kings 4-1. What the hell? 3 straight 4-1 victories. And then we lose 3-1. Rafi, what's going on? And our final game of the month is against Minnesota. And we lose 7-2. Probably Kreider. Fair. So February 1st, 27-18-2. The record looks better. However, this division is fairly competitive. And we are only in 5th. And in a wild card spot. The second wild card spot. Only team that's really out of it right now is Buffalo. Even the Sens could potentially go on a run. Maybe not. The Sens are probably out of it too. Let's take a look around the league now. In the Metro, you have the Rangers, Canes, and Devils. So no playoff spot for the Blue Jackets. And 5 through 8. It's looking increasingly more difficult for one of them to make the playoffs. The Pacific, Vancouver, Anaheim, and Seattle. Edmonton's right there. The Kings and Sharks are in trouble, I'm guessing, because both wildcard spots belong to the Central. It's Dallas, Minnesota, Chicago, Nashville, and Winnipeg. The Avalanche absolutely suck. It's Boston right now, the top team in the league. The Avalanche, by far the worst. Goals for per game. We have the 3rd best offense in the NHL. Tied for the 3rd best. Goals against average of the .255 is in the bottom 10. So we have great goal scoring, great defense, and goaltending. Our power play is at 19.5%, which isn't elite, but isn't awful. And our penalty kill is also somewhere in the middle. So maybe we address the special teams a little bit. But for the most part, we're looking okay. For the most part. So let's see. Hey, look at Brady Tkachuk putting up some extra points. Shooting percentage up to 7.6. He has 43 and 47. What a signing. Bedard, 36 and 47. Again, he's still not quite the first-line center we want, but he is only 20 years old. Mac is unbelievable, as we know. Python, happy New Year to you too, man. Hope the day has treated you well. Let's see. Paling, 37 points. Great. 38 for Suzuki. Delandria has 19 goals. Parama, 10 and 24. Johnston only has 5 goals. It's okay. Galley's been great. You got Mizak, Andrew. Honestly, again, the offense has been great. Could argue David Perron's not the best fit there, but what are you going to do? 14 points for Romanov. Carlson's been great. I'm happy with the production of basically everybody on this team. You could argue that we need like another elite offensive defenseman. Shesterkin's been great. Elliott hasn't had to play. Price has sucked. You could say a backup goalie is our biggest problem right now. All right. So we wanted to change up the power play and the PK. The big power play change will be Logan Mailloux, who just hasn't been cutting it. Will be out of there. Tristan Leno does have really good offensive awareness. Man, oof, God, Wyatt Johnston has power play time, and his numbers are that bad, huh? That's rough. Mizak, Andrews, Lagare honestly deserve more of a chance. So we want to get Johnston and Mailloux out of there. We still want Galley to have power play time. It's clearly benefiting him quite a bit. It might be cut off. Only 8 of his points, 8 of the 28, though, have been on the power play. 3 power play goals. Honestly, let's try something. Let's try something. Jan Mizak. Dylan Andrews. And replacing Brendan Gallagher will be Nathan Lagare. We are going to give these guys a chance. Negative attributes or not. We are going to give them an opportunity to see if that can up our power play percentage. Unfortunately, hello, Crash Andrews. Andrews won't be able to play at center. We'll put Suzuki on defense. That is a very, very strange power play. However, if it works, it works. And we'll give it a shot. Crash, how are we, buddy? The other change would have to be dropping one of these guys down. Bedard only has 7 points of his 36 on the power play. We want Paling because he's a lefty. Carlson, honestly, let's get kind of crazy here. Let's get kind of crazy. We'll go McKinnon, Delandria, Kachuk, Suzuki, Paling, and then Lagare, Bedard, Mizak with Carlson and Andrews. So Bedard and Carlson can hopefully help lead that power play unit. And then the PK, to be honest, shouldn't even be bad. Or at least it should be better than it is. Let's put Carlson, Romanov together, Gouli, Mayu. Actually, maybe not. Let's go force mark Mayu. And we'll see what happens. Alright, we should be good. Should be. Let's get Tyler Brennan back in as our AHL starter. We'll march on some more. I still don't know what we're going to do potentially at the deadline. As we beat Winnipeg. And Carey Price is back. So Brian Elliott will be put through waivers. Nobody claims him. Surprise, surprise. And we'll get CP back in there. As we did beat the Oilers, we have a week-long break due to the totally not all-star game. We lose to Edmonton. Our Western road trip, we beat Calgary. Anaheim, we win. Man, Shesterkin's numbers have to be nuts. I know I said I was going to look around the league, too, and I still might. 924 with a 225 goals against average. Gary Price plays for the first time in about a month against the LA Kings and loses 7-1. Operation Get Carey Price a Stanley Cup is not going well. One might even say he's about to be carried if he gets there. Would anyone claim Carey? Not a chance in hell. Not a chance in hell at 10 million. Alright, we are nearly to March. There we go. 35, 21, and 2 as of March 1st. Let's see what we got here. Baseball fan, that doesn't surprise me. So it's the Bruins, Lightning, Red Wings. We are just behind Detroit. 72 points. Our playoff spot's almost confirmed. Like, we would really have to screw it up down the stretch. Buffalo is totally boned, as are the Sens. So really quickly, Boston's still the top team in the league. We are a top 9 team in the NHL. Let's look around the league really quickly, then we'll focus more on our stats specifically. We know Mac's still our leading scorer. Yeah, Connor McDavid, huh? Broke 1,000 points this season in under 800 games. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. You got Stamkos up there, Yamamoto, who's just kicking around with McDavid, Max up there, Crosby's up there, even at his advanced age. Braden Point, Draisaitl, DeBrincat, Kaprizov. Goal-scoring king right now is McDavid. You got Ovi up there. To answer the question, he's on 1,022 career goals.
Okay, but here comes a pizza, see it?
As Till Tom says hello with the 26th month
unnecessary
prime sub. Till Tom, Happy New Year. How are you?
Ball game for ruining a good piece of pizza.
Till Tom, you're beautiful. It's good to see you. How's life for one of my favorite Germans? There's a lot of guys who have broken 30 goals. Damn. For defensemen, Rasmus Sandin, Evan Bouchard, Thomas Chabot, among others. Mark Friedman, the legend. Goal-scoring king right now is Bouchard. Carlson's on 15. Finally not. Nice. The hangover wore off, huh? Or maybe not. Just not drunk anymore. The hangover's going to kick in soon. Swayman right now is the winningest goalie. Shutout leader, Markstrom, Demko, Nedeljkovic, all with 5. Which means we haven't had a shutout from Shesterkin in a long time. Demko and Igor right now, neck and neck. Blackwood's not that far behind for the Vezina. Calder watch, Linus Eriksson. Bjorn Appelschelser. Peter Chibrikov. Laurent Legault up there for Rookie of the Year. So we are very, very close to the deadline. I don't know what date it is. Probably the 8th. Nailed it. It is 1 week from today. Looking at our team. Let's see what we got. Hangovers over as well. Hey, there you go. Brady Tkachuk started off the season slow in terms of goals. He's up to 54 points, 12 goals in 58 games. He has been an incredible pickup. Connor Bedard, still not over a point per game. The problem is, if we keep him, he has to be our 1C. If we trade him, McKinnon moves to the 1C, and we trade Bedard for an elite right wing. Which I don't know if that's the smartest choice in the world. We probably just keep Connor Bedard. I mean, he's 20 for God's sakes. And then Nathan McKinnon has 68 points in 58 games. He's incredible. Paling on a, honestly, great 46 points. Again, it was between a couple different players. We elected to keep Ryan Paling, and I think we made the right choice. I mean, really, it was Paling of JT Miller. We made the right call. Suzuki, not looking bad either for a defense first, second line center. And Ty Dellandry has been great. Imagine Dallas not playing him. Imagine. Perron, 15 points in 35 games. There's really nothing to scoff at. David Perron's exactly what we're looking for a third liner. Wyatt Johnston as well, on pace to be where we want him to be, towards 30 points. And Brendan Gallagher's been outstanding. Jan Mizak has been outstanding. Only has 1 point on the power play in the past month, though. Dylan Andrews already on 20 points. And Legare on 20 as well. So putting that fourth line onto the power play didn't really help their production at all. Which means we are likely to change up the power play again. Romanov has 18 points on the year. Very, very good. Carlson's been great. Forsmark's been okay. I mean, that's pretty damn good. Mayu's not that far behind. Oh, see what's happening. Caden Gooley, not bad. Tristan Luneau, not bad either. So the thing is, like, we had this really young defense, and I want to keep said really young defense. If we could get another guy who could put up the points that John Carlson could put up, though. My God, where would we be? The frustration is with this douchebag, not named Alex Don. He's lovely. He's fantastic. Alex, thank you for the 35 months on the Prime. You're gorgeous. This new year looks great on you. I don't even know what that means. Everyone's going to be screaming for me to trade Logan Mailloux. And you might not be wrong. Like, he has a wicked shot, but he has no accuracy on it, is basically what you're looking at. Also, for someone with 42 discipline, I should probably take away the Logan Mailloux discipline meme. Because he does take a lot of penalties. What would we do with the power play if these guys are out? Right? If we're going to take these guys out. You got John Carlson. I guess really it would just be the other defenders. So we'd go with Romanov. We would go with Forsmark. And then, yeah, probably have to bring Logan Mailloux back in. Or we don't go with Forcemark. We go with Caden Gooley. And we go with Tristan Luneau. And that way our second pairing is ready to go once we are off the PK. Not really bad options. I mean, honestly, this power play should be dynamite. We just can't seem to figure out the extra pairings to go with it. Gallagher still has 4v4 power play time as well. And honestly, with the PK, I want to start trusting some of the youth a little bit more. Let's get David Perron out of there. All right. So there are definitely questions over what we could do with the team. Carey is going to stay no matter how bad his numbers are. Shesterkin's our guy. Yeah, Carey's brutal. He's absolutely brutal. He's 100% cooked. Delandria was dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. Because the Dallas Stars refused to play him. So he was willing to accept basically any amount of money just to actually get a chance. As sad as that is. But that's what we're looking at. So I guess the question is, once we get closer to the deadline here, because we have a couple of days to sim, a couple more games, we beat Nashville. Carey, Arizona's not the punching bag they once were, but please win this game. Okay. Is the Hab stuff going to be on YouTube? Yes. I am very far behind because of the break that I took for the holiday season on rendering out videos and getting stuff uploaded and scheduled. So that's what I'm going to be catching up on here in the next few days. Jan Mizak going to be out for a couple of days. We do win 5-0 over Dallas. We are third in the division. The question is, what do we do? Can you really find like a more elite level third liner than David Perron? Like if you look at his point total, 82 divided by 38 times 15, that man's on a 32 point pace. That is exactly what you want out of a third liner. Like, he is still on a great point pace. Johnston's on the point pace we'd want. Galley's been great. Obviously Luke Tuck hasn't played. That was your break. It's great. It was great. I miss streaming every day because it's such a part of my normal routine, and I am a creature of habit. But like I said, the only thing I think we could look at is another elite level offensive defenseman. You could argue it might take away from the point production of other people, but that's pretty much it. I mean, I love Mizak being on that fourth line. And Perron's fine on the third. I mean, I guess you could say look for depth and then have David Perron as our depth. I wasn't going to go through the deadline, but I think we have to. We got to see what's out there. We got to see what's out there. Top players available. Sam Reinhart. Zach Werenski's still out there, but he has 3 years left. John Marino. Ryan O'Reilly. God, I can't. No, wait, he is, yeah, it doesn't say what his type is right now. Let's see what's out there. Let's see what's out there. Is there the player for us, or are we good enough as we are? So, Anaheim's trying to sell off prospects. Boston looking to do the same. Peyton Krebs is available. He's not worth that trade value anymore. Not at all. They do have an upset Michael Matheson, but I don't think he'd be that much better than who we have. Josh Manson, Angus Crookshank. Was wondering if there was anyone there who was having their morale killed. Scott Rady's an elite AHL level player. You have Silverberg, who isn't bad. Play both sides. But is he really? No. Not with that extra year. I was going to say, is he really that much better than David Perron? He's not. Landeskog. Third liner, Gabriel Landeskog. God, he's got 3 years left, though. Nope. No, thank you. He was perfect. He was absolutely perfect. LeBanc sucks and has an extra year left. Nichushkin, no, not for a defense first player. And then there's Christian Dvorak, who I didn't sign. Granted, we could have gotten him for about 2.5. He's making 3 and, nearly 4. I mean, Dvorak really does kind of fit the bill for what I'm looking for. Turns out maybe we should have kept him. Because Luke Tuck can't cut the mustard. Arvidsson, 2 years left. Niederreiter has a year left. He's not going to be that much better than Perron, I'm sure. They got Bowen Byram out there. So, yeah, Byram has a great shot. Is more of a defensive guy, though, at this stage. I don't know if Dvorak's worth it, There is Zach Werenski out there, but he's got 2 years left after this one. Making all the money. They just traded Byram? Well, shit, there you go. Bjorkstrand. Ooh, Bjorkstrand. Second liner, though. If he was a third liner, that'd be perfect. What about Boone Jenner Chevrolet? Expiring deal for Boone Jenner. Maybe, just maybe, Boone Jenner's the guy. Maybe, just maybe. Jenner and Werenski in Columbus. I don't know if Zach Werenski's the guy to get, but if we were to go after that elite level offensive defenseman, he is the guy for that. You got Zach Hyman. He's got 2 years left, though. He doesn't fit our team. Nuge is a second liner. He doesn't fit. Columbus is looking like our best option right now. We have made the mistake at the deadline before of picking the wrong guy. Kreider, second liner, so he doesn't fit. Tavares, second liner, so he doesn't fit. Barron's out for the year. The Rangers just made a trade. Anyway, sending Kreider to Dallas. You got Morgan Frost. He doesn't really fit, though. Adrian Kempe. I mean, maybe. How much better would he be over Perron? Claude Giroux, who is playing in the AHL, for God's sakes, at $5 million. Poor guy. I mean, maybe Claude Giroux. Like, he's a play driver. Like, the passing and the shooting isn't so great at this point. Also, Robbie Fabry on an expiring deal. Maybe Claude Giroux. Brian Russ could be a third liner. He's making $7 million. Good lord. Russ might not be a bad fit. Valtteri Puistinen also not too bad. BK extending that sub through March. Through March. It's January, man. What are you doing? Thank you. Greatly appreciated. I'm sorry that I'm trying so hard to focus right now, but I have to. We're on a timer. Honestly, Valtteri Puistinen for offense might be the guy. You could argue, though, Brian Rust, you want the defense, the physicality, and literally the only team. Reinhardt doesn't fit. Columbus makes a trade. Bjorkstrand's gone. The only guy that really fits, Paulie, there is no roster doc this year. Brandon Saad's out there, too. You could argue Giroux. You could argue a couple of different people on that left-hand side. But for defense, there's literally only one dude that fits, and it's Zach Werenski. And if we want to go down that path, and I don't know if we do. Damn. I don't know. Because we had that idea of having two great offensive defensemen together last year before Petrie fell off. And it was Petrie and Carlson, and it didn't quite work. I don't really feel like we have the assets to go after Werenski. We don't. You'd be talking Mayu, you'd be talking Johnston, you'd be talking a first, if not two. Apparently Carey still has trade value. Hilarious. Maybe someone would claim him on waivers, but I don't want that to happen. Shesterkin now leading the NHL in save percentage, too. We have such a good prospect pool. Like a stacked prospect pool. Would somebody like a Boone Jenner, a Claude Giroux, Brandon Saad, would they be that much better than David Perron? I don't know if they would be. Like, Perron's getting it done. The only thing I'm worried about is our lack of left-wing depth in the system. That is the only thing I'm worried about. Because I'm still having it where I'm playing players in their proper role. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins goes to Boston. It's kind of the reason why we're holding on to Luke Tuck. Pick up like Quint, but he's not that good. Honestly, I think we roll with it. Like, we could look to pick up someone like Shipley. Clint Shipley. From the Bruins, just to get a good left wing in the system instead of a center. But aside from that type of move, I don't see what else we would do. I really don't. Shea is now a little bit concerning. There's Jan Mizak's aid wisdom. And honestly, I don't think we're gonna give anybody up. I don't think we are. I think we're pretty much set. We would have to trade the farm for Zach Werenski, and forward-wise, looking for like an elite-level third liner. It's like we already have someone in David Perron that's putting up the points. I don't think we have to risk it. Besides, how often does improving your team actually mean that your team's improved? Our team is our team. For better or worse. For better or worse. Dyson Mayo is on waivers. We actually don't need him. We actually don't need him. So there were no big trades, according to the AI. John Tavares was traded to Philly from the New York Rangers for Claude Giroux and Scott Lawton. Nuge to Boston, as mentioned. Bjorkstrand to Ottawa for a first. William Karlsson to Colorado. Cody Glass to Winnipeg. Chris Kreider to Dallas. I don't know how. I mean, hell, Jake McCabe got a hell of a return. Bowen Byram got traded to Philly. I don't know how this game elected that there were no big trades. Kevin Fiala's on the move. There were absolutely some big trades. And Dyson Mayo immediately got put on waivers by the Islanders once they acquired him. Honestly, I think we just go for it. I think we do. David Perron has earned that spot. I mean, as much as you hate to see a 77 overall there, if they're getting the job done, it's fine. The only thing I'm worried about is defensively. Hopefully someone like Goulet or Tristan Luneau can step up. But we absolutely had to keep John Carlson. I was planning on getting rid of him. We elected to keep him. That was the right move. And then AHL-wise, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That team should still be in competition for the Calder Cup this year. So let's round out this regular season. We got Boston. We lose to them again. I don't think we've beaten the Bruins once this year. Actually, I know we haven't. Carey is back into play at Washington. We win. So we'll let Carey play against Detroit, where David Perron... This fucking game hates me. David Perron separates the shoulder. He will be out until May. The good thing is Jan Mizak is back, but wow. That is a Swift kick to the balls. Luke Tuck, congratulations, you're back in because I don't want to break up that fourth line. That sucks. At least Jan Muzak's back. We ended up beating Detroit as well. So I believe Carey's still in against Washington. Adam Lowry's on waivers. Center. Ice Dogs, 43.
Highly unnecessary.
43 beautiful months.
Of course, he's been asked to leave.
Ice Dogs, gorgeous.
Piece of pizza.
Thank you. I don't think we'll claim Adam Lowry. He doesn't really fit what we're looking for. Your head said trade, your heart said no, and the game said fuck you, pretty much. Carey Price shuts out Washington. Ice Dogs, thank you for the 43 months on the Prime, buddy. Goodness gracious. It always clicks in when I see it like 40 plus months. I'm like, oh yeah, I've been doing this for a while. Back to back, man, Carey Price is going on a run here. Holy shit. Which means he immediately loses to Pittsburgh because I said that. What about Philly? Beats Philly. Can you beat Philly again? Noah Warren hurt in Laval. We lose to Philly. Okay. Carey Price. I'm going with Womble. Thank you for the follow. I don't know if it'll pop up. I mean, Carey doesn't have great stats, but he went on a great run there at the very least. Shesterkin plays Tampa and wins. We're second in our division now, and god damn it, we're neck and neck with 12 games to go with the Lightning. God help me. Are we going to have... They are my Boston Bruins. Trevor Van Riemsdyk is also on waivers. He's in a bit of a morale crisis. He can play both sides. It says he has to play, though. Sorry, TBR. I don't need you either. We do beat Detroit. We have been on a hell of a run lately. Can we beat the Islanders? No, we can't, but we get a pity point. Can we beat the Avs? Yes, we can. 9 games to go, 93 points. The Lightning have fallen back to the second wildcard spot, so we're pretty much where we'd want to be. Really quickly with the power play, Tristan Luneau has 2 power play points in the past month. Caden Gooley has 1. So pretty much no matter what the hell we do with this power play, this can't seem to work. All good, Neely. Yeah, pretty much no matter what we do with this power play. I mean, Paling only has 9 power play points. 10 for Suzuki. Emperor, hello. How are we? Got McKinnon. What is the best way to get this power play going? Tuck, Johnston, Gallagher, maybe. We'll just put them back in there. There was an announcement. I don't think so. Was there? Oh, we'll be opening up that Twitch package in a minute. Let's get Tuck back in there. And Johnston. Alright, really quickly. Let me focus on this. Gallagher's a righty. Johnston's a righty. Oh, we got too many righties. Too many righties, but it is what it is. Let's get Gallagher there. God, I guess... God, Luke Tuck's gonna have to be... He's gonna have to be there. It's a weird-ass power play, but we'll see. We'll see. We've had to run with a weird power play. Let's finish up this season. It is Buffalo next. Noah Warren is healthy. New Jersey. We're getting close to locking. Nice big win there. We're getting close to locking in home ice advantage. We still haven't locked in a playoff spot. That's how ridiculous this is. 97 points with 7 games to go, and we don't even have a confirmed wildcard spot. And even after beating Colorado, we don't have a confirmed wildcard spot or playoff spot. New Jersey. It took 49 wins for us to have a confirmed playoff spot through 77 games. That's outrageous. We'll play Carolina. We beat them as well. We're not going to be able to catch the Bruins, but I said we should be right up to where they were, and by the end of the year, we did get there. Carey is in goal for the next couple of games. Oh, God. Yeah, let's just do it to save time. Oh, Carey, please don't cost me home ice. Carey Price, man. You had to lose 3 in a row? Holy hell, you're trash. Igor, save us against Florida or on the road. Moser's on waivers at the last possible moment. We don't need him. And thank God, we still have home ice advantage, as we will take on those very same Florida Panthers in round 1. All 5 teams from the Atlantic to make the playoffs did so with at least 101 points, and the Tampa Bay Lightning, thank God, missed the playoffs. So somebody else can ruin my life instead of Tampa this year. Somebody else can do it. Jesus. What a season, though. 51, 28, and 3. Again, that's insane. All 5 teams to make it with 100 points, so no easy matchup regardless, aside from Buffalo being horrible. The Metro are the Rangers, Jackets, and Devils. The Pacific Division has Calgary, Vancouver, Edmonton, and Anaheim. The Kings and Sharks were tragic. And the Central has Minnesota, Dallas, Nashville, and Chicago. So the Bruins were the top team in the league. We were 4th. Florida was 5th. And we have to play them in round 1.
Oh, good for you!
God, thank you for the follow. That's a hell of a name. The NHL playoff format sucks. That's right, I'm going to say it. We all know it. I'm going to say it again. I am going to say it again. This playoff format sucks. The fact that the 4th and 5th overall teams can play each other in round 1 is insanity. Absolute insanity. Goals for, we finished 2nd, only behind McDavid and the Oilers. Goals against at a 2.56 was 3rd lowest in the league. Only Florida and Boston. Oh my God. Our power play. LA had a 9.3% power play. Oh my God. We were top 6 at 22%. Our penalty kill was at 83%, which was top 10. My God, the Kings were brutal. Let's see. For our forwards, McKinnon, 95 and 82. Tremendous. Tkachuk, tremendous. The Sens and the Devils both completely mismanaged Brady Tkachuk. All the background behind you. Thank you. I change out the jerseys every once in a while. Man, look at this. What a season from Brady Tkachuk. They just completely mismanaged him. He played 21 games in fucking Utica. That's insane. Connor Bedard, 73 points, pretty damn good. Still not what we want from a 94 overall 1C, but he's 20. Paling was fantastic, and he's going to get paid. Suzuki was really good. Dellandrea was pretty good. You'd probably want closer to 60, but that's okay. 41 points for Galley. He was great. Johnston was great. Ligari was a 4th liner. He was tremendous. Andrews was great. Mizak was great. David Perron was great. 32-point pace in a full season. Luke Tuck is not good. He'll be let go at the end of this year. Can't cut it, unfortunately. Defensively, John Carlson was phenomenal. Romanov was pretty damn good next to him. Goulet was pretty damn strong. Logan Mailloux finishing 5th amongst defenders in points is brutal. And Tristan Luneau, honestly, not even breaking double digits is pretty disappointing. For his offensive acumen, the passing and the offensive awareness, that's pretty bad for him. It was pretty bad. It was his rookie year, though. Shesterkin may have just won the Vezina. Maybe he didn't play enough to get it. Price, 13, 10, and 0. Shesterkin only had like 1 shutout after we started checking his numbers, which is ridiculous. I don't know what the hell happened. Around the league, did Connor McDavid finish atop the league? He did. He was actually the only player to break 100. Paulina, hello. Happy New Year to you. Has Endo crashed at his desk? McKinnon finished 2nd in the league in points, though. Gensel, Crosby, of course, and Anaheim. So scoring was actually down. For our offense to look as good as it did, it's pretty nice. McDavid, 57 goals, 52 for Ovi, 50 for Matthews. Matthews is up to 468. Ovi is at 1,036. For the defenseman, 92 points for Rasmus Sandin, 88 for Fox, 86 for Ekblad. Shabbat also broke 80. Morgan Riley was up there. Good Lord. Carlson, Bouchard, both with 24 goals. Craziness. For the goalies, the winningest was Jeremy Swayman. Shutout leader with 8 was Markstrom. Save percentage king is Shesterkin, and I think that should earn him the Vezina over Mackenzie Blackwood and Thatcher Demko. What a way to debut. What a way to debut. 92, what? I know, it's crazy. Linus Eriksson likely just won the Calder as well over Laurent Legault or Bjorn Appelchauser. So that is another season in the books for us. We have made the playoffs. I hate that David Perron is hurt because I'm afraid to break up that fourth line. But Luke Tuck will probably start because, again, that fourth line's goated, which means they'll be horrible in the playoffs. Whew. I don't know, man. I don't know. I always have a bad feeling about the playoffs, you know? Always have a bad feeling about the playoffs because it feels like, as Francois James Bouteau has gotten significantly better. He's actually skyrocketed in terms of overall. Honestly, it just feels as though whatever optimism we have or like whatever positives we have with the team, that once you get to the playoffs, those positives disappear. Well, will that be the case? I do not know. We don't need Getzlaf in the lineup. Is there anybody who wants to take away? There we go. So Joshua down to that second line. We are ready for the playoffs. We already know who it'll be, but let's get the confirmation. It will be the Florida Panthers, as the Laval Rocket will also have a chance at recapturing their Calder Cup. Hopefully. So yeah, this is the playoff bracket then. Tampa's not in, but we have to get through Florida and then probably Boston. If not, Detroit, which would still be pretty shocking. So yeah, that's great. That's just wonderful.